Brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, what's up? Peace be upon all those who genuinely seek peace and work for it. My name is MuslimGamerTV, also known as Rock, and I start this stream like anything else I would start in life, in the name of God and with thanks to Him. This stream is of my gameplay of World of Warcraft, retail, leveling my level 53 Demon Hunter. And in the previous stream of this series, I forgot to say my usual introduction with some disclaimers, so I'll say it now. If any of what's to come on this stream would not please God, it may be partially on me, but there are things I might not have been aware of and over which I have no control, like what some game developers may include in their games, what other players say or do in multiplayer and cooperative games, and what the stream audience may say in chat. All of this is obviously out of my control. Unless the chat messages are too many within a few seconds, I eventually respond to almost all polite chat messages. Still, I'm sometimes distracted by the game itself, so I ask you to please be patient if I don't respond immediately. My usual disclaimer is that I am Muslim, but I do not represent Islam as a belief system or Muslims in general. I only represent myself. And unless clearly and specifically stated, or I'm talking about verifiable facts, historical or scientific, my opinions are my own, especially my mistakes. I currently do not constantly talk or provide commentary while streaming, so you may sometimes get hours of silent gaming from me. But occasionally on my streams, inspired by something that happens in-game or by your messages, I talk about various subjects like religion, science, health, and of course games and game design. I try to make my talks informative or at least beneficial somehow. If you choose to watch my streaming and archived streams, I hope I've prepared you very clearly for what you may expect. If you like the sound of all this, I would appreciate a follow from you on my Twitch channel with the same name, MuslimGamerTV, and a subscription to my YouTube channel here where I'm streaming this. And I mentioned this for the record because I do archive most of my streams on my YouTube channel, whether I stream them on YouTube or on Twitch. I always try to keep them archived on my YouTube channel. There's also a Patreon link in the About tab of my Twitch channel and a similar link in the descriptions of most of my YouTube videos if you would like to support the stream. I look forward to chatting with some of you sometime on stream. Thank you for putting up with my usual introduction. Now let's jump to the game. So toward the end of my previous stream, the first part of this series, which I actually stopped just a short while ago, I think it was 15 to 20 minutes, I mentioned that I wasn't sure where I am going to level up, so I took my time off stream to think about where I do it, and I decided to go for what's the name of the Broken Isles? Yep. What was that? What was the Legion? Yep, that's the name of the expansion. So I decided to level in Legion, and that's because I have never experienced the class hold. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to. I usually, the thing is, once I get into the rhythm of the game, so to speak, I usually, especially when I play a class that can tank, I usually level up in dungeons. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this like this time too, but I might. I basically level up in dungeons and tank, mainly tanking. And I am leveling up now my Demon Hunter who can tank, so I'll be very, very tempted to do that. Level up. Thank you, brother Burberry. Thank you. Sorry, I just noticed that you sent me a message like 3 minutes ago. I just saw it now. Jazakallah khair. So as I was saying, yeah, I'll be very tempted. Like once at least I get into the hang of things. Of course, I'm still quite rusty now, and oops, I was saying a few things. I don't know. I don't know if you've heard if I said this on while like on the mic or not. But yeah, I said thank you, brother Burberry. Jazakallah khairan. Sorry, I didn't notice your message earlier. I noticed that you sent it like 4 minutes ago, and I just saw it like seconds ago. I hope I think I responded. So, but I just noticed that my microphone was off. So there is a chance that it was off when I responded to you like seconds ago. So I'm responding again just in case it was off, and I think it was off. So yeah, and I was saying that yeah, once I'm like very rusty, still very rusty, and you can most probably see this while playing. Very rusty, like a new playing like a newbie. But once I get into the hang of things, it will be very tempting for me, especially because I'm playing a class that can tank. So it would be very tempting for me to level up in dungeons, tanking, and that's what I used to do back in the day. Like when I had lots of characters to level up. If the character can tank, I almost always. Jazakallah khairan, brother Burberry. So yeah, I almost if the character can tank, I almost always tanked, like leveled up in dungeons, tanking. And of course, especially because the queue is like super short when you queue as a tank. I don't know. Should I? I remember this wasn't like super easy. This dude, Raven Wrath. It depended, of course, on the class. I'm just. I'm considering switching to tanking spec, but I'll take a risk. Let's see if I can do it. I'll just remove this sinful brand. This was from Shadowlands. I can't remember now the faction. But, let's see if I can even. Yeah, here it is. Putting it away from the. Oh, I'm not taking much damage. Okay. Wow. I don't remember it being this easy, or like, you know, especially you throwing a tantrum. Yeah, I mean I'm losing a bit of health now, but man, this tantrum back in the day like was quite like painful. Oh my god, this is wow. This is like nothing compared to what I remember. What is this? What did Blizzard do? I mean, I don't know if they did something to the Demon Hunter or to the mobs of this zone. Let me I'll just put my microphone on, since as I say in the introduction, nowadays, I mean, maybe because I was like, maybe because I was just not in the mood, you know, to talk a lot. Like when I like returned to streaming, I was playing games every now and then during the last year, but off stream, like I didn't stream, so it's a bit. I noticed that, and in the beginning, indeed, like if anyone watches the streams, I was streaming Diablo 4. Yeah, I was streaming a lot of Diablo 4 in the last. I can't remember now. 2 weeks, 1 week, something like that. I think, yeah, just over 1 week probably. So when I was streaming Diablo, most of the time I was silent. You know, I just didn't feel like talking. But slowly, I'm getting back into like chatting times, and I just hope that this mechanical keyboard, up to mechanical keyboard, isn't too noisy while I have the microphone on. But yeah, if I don't talk, I put my microphone off, like on mute, so this optomechanical keyboard isn't too annoying. So there are a couple. Yeah, so I said I was gonna. I decided to level up here
What
because
have you
yeah, I didn't experience the class hole of the Demon Hunter. I experienced quite a few class hole missions and stuff for other classes, but not the Demon Hunter. I think not the Mage either. So there are a few classes I still haven't like seen the class hole. I also haven't like unlocked the transmogs related to the class hole. So this is why I decided to level up here instead of BFA, for example, which is the recommended leveling experience apparently for returning quote unquote returning players like myself. Yeah, I also experienced these quests a lot, so I'm not gonna like read too much
My
into the
life
quests.
is dedicated to destroying
But I also actually love like I like to be honest, Legion is one of my favorite leveling experiences. I don't know why, but I like it. Like also there's a quest at some point. There's a quest like later on. This guy, I can't remember the name of these wretches. Yeah, these wretched creatures, kind of like the addicts, the creatures that are addicted to magic or something like that. You meet like one of them. He's one of the most memorable characters in the game, and yeah, there's like a sad ending to it. Man, I love that quest and I love that character. It does make me like, and he was so well acted.
Boil their seas! Drive them before you!
Yeah, if I come across that quest like during the stream, I don't know if I'm gonna like go that far in the stream, but if I do, I'll definitely mention which one I'm talking about. But yeah, he's one of the most memorable characters in the whole game, and it is so sad, man, to let him go. It's so sad for him. And he is like one of those like not evil, like characters that aren't like evil. It's fairly good. Yeah, I like him. What am I supposed? Oh, I have to kill. Yeah, I remember now. I have to kill demons and collect something from them. Oh, I killed demons there without doing it. This. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nothing, because I was too late. Oh, do I have to maybe? Yeah, target the. No, I was too late.
You are easily dealt with. Burning Legion conquers all!
Nice. Slowly getting the hang of this.
You are outmatched and outnumbered. Burning Legion conquers all! Lord Illidan knows the way. Death to the Legion.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion. Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction. Azeroth must not fall.
One of the things that Blizzard, I mean, yeah, Blizzard has been doing for a long time, even back when World of Warcraft was you know, quote unquote, a bit of a more innocent game, like with less dodgy agendas and evil in it. Like one of the things that showed the effect of certain myths, real life myths, and I think one of them has like it's from like the influence of Christianity, and that myth is the power of demons. So basically, like, you know, if you noticed, World of Warcraft sells you the idea that the demons are like super powerful and stuff. At least, of course, it shows you some like imps and these like weak creatures and stuff. It shows you some of them, but here a powerful demon I have trapped in the gems is helping them to resist. So yeah, this is not new. Like Legion really focused on that, but from Outland, even from back in the days of Outland, you could see how Blizzard depicts demons as very powerful creatures and stuff. And of course, that is a popular myth in pop culture, and I think it is influenced by certain Christian dogmas. Like in Christian modern Christian schools of thought, also the demon is depicted as a very powerful creature. Sometimes even at the expense of the Lord, you know, of course, blasphemy, of course. We say astaghfirullah. We as Muslims, we know that Allah, you know, God is all powerful, and Islam teaches us that demons have absolutely no power at all over us. All they can do is whisper into our, you know, chests and ears and stuff, and lure, tempt us.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
But then, after it does that, it's up to us.
Die well.
It's up to the human, up to each and every one of us to.
I've sacrificed everything. What have you given? I will see to it that the Legion gets no farther. You, Corvas, and Sayana, attack the Legion from within. Then we'll wipe them out together.
So yeah, as I was saying, it's up to us to listen, answer the call favorably, and do as the, you know, as the Satan or as demons call us to do, or we refuse. What is this? Or we resist the temptation.
You are no demon, friend or foe. Lord Illidan knows the way. We will work together to destroy the Legion from within.
But this, this whole business about, you know,
remember,
demons,
nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
Being compelling and powerful, and you know, to the extent that they can sometimes enslave humans and stuff. All of these are myths, and you know, some people, of course, like atheists and other people in the modern world, who think, you know, that all religion are myths, like they consider all religions myths. So they think that everything is a myth, and of course, this is in a way it's intentional to increase the lack of believability of things in movies and games and fiction, to make people actually intentionally to make people like disbelieve everything that is being shown in the game. But the truth is that some of the things being shown in games and movies,
Your world will be
today, some of these things are true, and other things are not true. For example, we Muslims, we also know that magic does exist, but not the magic of fireballs and lightning and that sort of thing. It's a lot less glamorous. Like real magic is a lot less glamorous than this. It's a sort of a negative force that it's a negative force that makes makes a demon's job easier. So as I said a while ago, demons don't really have any power. They cannot compel humans. They don't have any power or strength over humans. All they can do is tempt and lure and whisper. What black magic, so-called black magic or real magic, what it does is that it makes...
Illidari, what happened here?
He didn't give in.
It makes demons' jobs of tempting humans easier. So, and one of the also most popular effects of magic, or the most popular applications of real magic, or black magic, is, for example, creating enmity and jealousy between people, and especially between husband and wife or partners.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
They have all been tortured.
They did things to me.
So yeah, one of the most popular applications of real black magic, real magic, is to drive partners to separate. Try like get a husband to divorce his wife, get a wife to keep pushing her husband, or to ask for divorce and insist on divorce, and so on.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Yeah, this is like
What did they do? What did the demons offer you?
The demons promised us unimaginable power.
That is one of that is one of the truths. That demons, like this is true. This is what like real life demons do. They promise humans unimaginable power and a lot of pleasure, but it all turns out to be lies in the end. Like, of course, they deliver just a little bit to convince humans that the promises are true, but
You'll tell me your secrets before you die.
eventually,
I sacrificed everything. What have you given?
Who did this to you?
The warden tried to convince us to turn traitor. I heard screaming.
but eventually it all proves to be a mirage, lies upon lies, and what's delivered is always like, something like 5% or 1% of what was promised, measly things. And of course, so it's like, yeah, so like real life magic is a lot less glamorous than the magic shown in games, and also and demons are not exactly like I don't know, like their depictions here. Of course, we don't know like exact shapes and stuff like that. This is not like what we just have a few hadith or like sayings of the Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, where things like encounters with demons.
Did anyone give in?
Sayana Nightglaive turned traitor. She joined the Legion.
Let me just see where I need to put that point that I got now. What's the level? 54. I should care. So here it is. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, so as I was saying, there are a few authentic hadiths or authentic sayings by the Prophet ﷺ, and encounters with demons, like I've like involved encounters with demons, and including also the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him. I think at least one. I remember at least one having an authentic
My
encounter
life
with a
is
demon.
dedicated to destroying
And
the
I remember in
Legion.
the hadith, the companion saw that the demon he encountered had the hands of a dog, like the hands of the demon were similar to
We are all that stands
the
between
front.
the Legion.
Where did Sienna Nightglaive go? I need to find her.
Nightglaive went southwest with a warden named Cordana Felson.
So the hands of that demon were similar to the front paws of a dog, but apparently apparently not all demons like look the same way, so they have like various
I
looks.
see you.
And generally what I know gives me the impression that the furry culture is apparently partially represents the demons. You know, like furries, Nikomimi. What are the other names? I can't remember. Kitsune. You know, these creatures, these supposedly fictional creatures or animal, like, you know, that animal-like or human-like animals and stuff like that. These furry creatures are apparently, or I mean, this is not like, you know, this is not from Islam. It's just my impression or my suspicion from what I know from our religion. So as I said, there are authentic, at least a few authentic encounters with demons in the account, like in the seerah or in the story, the accounts of our Prophet, peace be upon him. But very few of these encounters, as I said, very few of them like talk about like the look of the demon or shape of the shape, or the look of demons and the shapes. And that's one of them, as I said, one of them says that one of the companions found that the hands of one of the demons, of that demon that he met, looked like the front paws of a dog. But other than that, yeah, we don't know much else. But this and other things I know about demons from our religion gives me the impression that, as I said, the furries in popular culture might be inspired not exactly by demons. Like in Islam, we understand that basically demons are the evil members of a species called jinn. And jinn is a word that might be vaguely familiar or a little bit familiar to non-Muslims, because it's also like jinn have also appeared in quite a few games throughout like the history of gaming. Jinn have been showcased in games. Jinn in Islam,
Will
at least,
soon be freed,
they are basically very real. Jinn are in Islam. Islam teaches that jinn are the only other species in the universe that have free will. That has free will. So humans, there are only two. What Islam teaches us is that only two species in the universe have free will: humans and jinn. And Islam also teaches us that both humans and jinn have like very evil members, and they have also good members.
Here's a small taste of my magic.
On the side of humans, evil humans don't really like have a separate name or separate category. You just call them the losing people because they will lose Judgment Day. The misguided, the disbelievers, and so on. Like they have got like many descriptions, but they don't have like that sort of category like it is when it comes to jinn. Jinn, the evil members of jinn are basically categorized as demons, at least in Islamic understanding. So we know them as demons, whereas the other other non-evil jinn, or the believers among jinn, the ones who believe in God and obey the commandments of God and so on. But these are known as just jinn.
Get the key. Let's get over there and free that Drake.
So what I meant is that these furries, the Nikomimi,
Thank you.
I have a suspicion
I am Stelagosa.
that furries represent jinn generally, whether they are demons or not. So they represent jinn. So I think, just like it is confirmed.
My thanks. Now I am going to finish off the warden who did this to me.
Stelagosa, no! Come back! Damn! Azeroth must not fall.
So just like
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan. I have to find Stelagosa and Cyana Nightglaive. Meet me up at the Overlook. We will finish this business together.
Come, do your best. Nightglaive has been undergoing some changes. We are ready for you.
So as I was saying, so because of this authentic account with that demon that had his hands like shaped like the front paws of a dog, I have this suspicion that that furries, generally speaking, probably represent jinn.
I am of Argus, the mightiest world in all of the Great Dark.
And of course, most humans today, like most people in the world, they think all of this is fiction, just imagination, fiction, what have you. And it's intentional, because this is like, it's intentional that that those who know about jinn, whether among the disbelievers, of course, like we Muslims, we know about them and we have nothing to hide. We talk about it and we say it. Even when people materialists and atheists and disbelievers generally, even when they laugh at all this and say, we believe in fairy tales and what have you, we don't care. We just say the truth as we know it. But there are disbelievers. There are disbelievers, like basically people who don't believe in God, but they know, and those people, there are people who know about jinn. They know about jinn, they cooperate with jinn. Sometimes they even obey, like of course in the case of doing evil, evil, as I said, evil jinn are demons, so they obey demons and they do the demons' bidding. And these people, despite them knowing about demons and jinn and representing and glamorizing, as you can see, like in for example, as I was saying, like my inspiration for talking about all this was how getting reminded now of how demons are glamorized in this game and given power. Blizzard is showing you demons as like very powerful and to be feared, and they can control humans and enslave humans and so on.
Feel the fell energy course through. We've been expecting you. How is Khadgar? Fellsworn Nightglaive, prove yourself. I have other matters to attend to.
Yes, my mistress.
So as you can see, for example, Nightglaive, the traitor, now she says, "Yes, my mistress." So she.
Cyana, I am more powerful than all of you!
You are nothing but a coward.
If you only knew the Legion's power. Join us, Corvus!
Never! You and your new mistress will die by my warglaives.
But I was promised!
This is also another truth, as I was saying a while ago. The demons make promises, and they deliver just a little bit to convince humans that
no one can be allowed to become a fell-sworn traitor working for the Legion.
they deliver just a little
We
bit. Just
dealt them a
enough.
telling blow. But even now, the Legion is summoning in more powerful demons.
Yeah, so they deliver
We
just.
cannot allow them to regain their momentum, or the Broken Isles are lost.
I'll wait until it's done.
You must come to the Azure Wing Repose and meet with my grandfather Senegos.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
What level is? Wow, 55. What is going on here? This is insane. What? How come I'm leveling so fast? Is this like intentional? What? Sorry, my mouse is there's something wrong with or like there's something new about the game. Like if I'll tap away to take a look at like the page that I'm getting my my build from, the mouse cursor disappears. I have to keep alt tabbing over and over again to get it back. So yeah, no, one more and know your enemy. All right.
Do not linger here too long. The Legion is attacking everywhere.
Yeah, I don't need.
I am certain that if anyone can help you find this pillar of creation, it will be my grandfather.
I'll meet you up there. You will find repose up the road to the northeast.
I don't need to do this Demon Blood now. It's from the campaign, the Demon Hunter campaign. There will be like other demons later on. So yeah, as I was saying, that the demons basically like real demons, real life demons. They deliver just enough to convince. What is this? Is this like an herb? Wow! Oh my God, that's an herb. This is new to me. I don't know. I didn't know. Like I've never seen these icons. I think so. At least I'm used to them being dots. This is a new flavor thing, I guess. So as I was saying, the demons deliver, like real life demons, they deliver just enough to convince humans that the promises are real. What? That's a new animation too? Wow. I didn't know that Blizzard added so much. I guess this is why some people are like quite a few people are saying good things about Dragonflight, I guess. At least they put in some effort. I'm glad. I'm happy. Herb-like icons instead of circles. Some sort of animation, new animation for the herbs, collecting herbs. Nice. So yeah, they deliver just enough to convince humans that the promises are real, but then eventually.
This does not look good. He is not well. What is happening here?
Let the youthful one approach. I am not as dead as I look.
But yeah, as you saw, like when my character defeated that elf or whatever she was, like the demon hunter, the ex-demon hunter that turned traitor. She just before dying, she says, "Oh, but I was promised." so yeah, that's true. That is true. Real life demons promise, make false promises, and deliver just enough to lure the humans and convince them that all the promises are like true. But as I said, what they deliver is like a sliver of what is promised, and what is promised is almost all of it is false. And yeah, as I was saying a while ago, also I have a suspicion that this is not from like Islam. The only part from Islam, as I said, is that one of the demons that one of the companions of the Prophet met a demon, and you know, he saw his hands that way. His hands like had the shape and feel of the front paws of a dog, a canine. But does that mean that other demons and other jinn have like the shapes of other animals? Like, are there like nikomimis and kitsunes and stuff like that among jinn? We don't know. Like, I don't know. But this is my suspicion. This is my personal impression and my personal suspicion, because of what I know from our religion generally, and because of that specific account, which is an authentic. Like, this specific account is authentic. This is true. It's from an authentic hadith, or something called hadith sahih. So we know it's true, as Muslims, I mean. I also know that a lot of, as I said, like a lot of the things that you see in games and in popular culture, I mean, a lot. When I say a lot of them, I don't mean most of them, but I mean more than there are things. There are fictional, you know, quote unquote, fictional things that you see in games, and there are more of them that are true than you can imagine. There are more things in games that are actually true, like in real life. They are true in real life. There are more things like that are true in games than most people imagine. And this is one of them. That, for example, that demons do exist, jinn do exist, and that jinn, as I said, they have at least some members of them have a sort of a humanoid canine look. You know, they look like kind of half human, half dog. Does that mean others might be like half feline, half dog? I don't know. Maybe. And this is my suspicion. Why do I suspect this? Because we do have this furry culture in real life. The people who like these kitsunes and stuff like that, and it is actually sexualized also in real life. In real life, we have communities that sexualize furries. Like they find kitsunes and nikomimis and these basically half human, half cat, half human, half dog creatures. They find them sexy. They find them alluring. We have those communities in real life. They exist like humans. So I mean, I have to ask myself, why is this furry culture being sexualized and fetishized in real life? And the answer, the most obvious answer to me is that it is basically the elite's way, or the evil humans' way of bringing humans to like demons. Because, as I said, jinn are they are divided into the evil members who are literally the demons, and the descendants of Satan, and then the other category are the good ones, or the believers, the monotheists, believers in God. And the good ones are jinn, just jinn, but their evil members are the demons. So when I say that there is a chance that jinn, some of them are half canine, half sort of humanoid, and when I say humanoid, I don't mean humanoid as in like humans, because jinn are not created from clay like us. Like humans are created from clay. We were created from earth, clay that came from the earth, and then God breathed life into this clay to make us. So we have souls, and these souls get their life, their life essence from Allah, from God, from our Creator. But without this soul, without God's breath in us, we are nothing but sand. It's dust and water. And when we die and go to the grave, we're just dust, nothing more than dust. So we're clay, just clay, without God's life breathed into us. But jinn are different. They are not created from clay. They were created from fire, some sort of the essence of fire, or some sort of a part of fire. But at the same time, when they do take physical shapes in our world, like jinn. They have this ability. We don't know like how hard, but we can guess. We can make an educated guess that it is difficult. It's not an easy process. Jinn cannot become physical or cannot take a physical form easily. It's difficult for them. How can we guess this? We guess this because it doesn't happen very often, and when they got caught somehow in physical forms in the past, they were surprised, and it was done like very few times, and they were kind of forced to do it for one way or another. But then, and even when they take these physical forms, they take them and in these, as I said, half animal, half humanoid shapes. And once again, when I say humanoid, I don't mean they made from dust or anything. They made from fire. Still, that's like the sort of their essence of their being. So whatever I say about jinn will apply to demons, basically, obviously, because as I said, demons are basically the evil members of the species. So everything I would say about jinn would apply to demons except for the evil part. So jinn are just they are the good members. They do mistake, and because they have free will like us humans, they make mistakes. They sin, but they are not evil. Like they are not. Their evil is less than their goodness. So they are more good than evil. The ones that are basically the believers, the jinn. Whereas demons are almost pure evil, almost like pure evil, and many of them are pure evil. So demons will have also half humanoid, half animal members, and I personally suspect this is why we have this furry culture being glamorized, being sexualized and fetishized in real life, and we have whole communities being attracted to these creatures, these supposedly imaginary creatures. But one day these creatures might take shape en masse, in larger numbers, take shape into our world in larger numbers. When will this happen? This might happen during the time when the Antichrist will show up, the Dajjal. We call him in Islam, we call him the Dajjal or the charlatan, or Al-Masih al-Dajjal, the false Messiah or the charlatan Messiah. So we believe, like we Muslims, we believe in Jesus, peace be upon him, as a prophet. And we believe in Moses, of course, the prophet of Judaism. So to us, Moses is the prophet of Judaism, Jesus is the prophet of Christianity, and then we have Muhammad, peace be upon him, the prophet of Islam, who monotheistic submission, who delivered our religion to us as it is today. But we also believe that a simplified form of Islam, or basically pure monotheism, is the oldest religion in the history of mankind, or the history of the world. And it's basically pure monotheism, simple pure monotheism, and it was the religion of Adam and Eve, the first man and the first woman, and it was the religion of all the prophets, including Moses and Jesus. We say so. It's not exactly Islam as the word is known in the Western culture or the English culture. Islam, that word is known as our religion today, the form of monotheism that Muslims practice. But Islam, the Arabic word itself, literally means monotheistic submission, which in turn means submitting to one creator, submitting just to God. So when like occasionally non-Muslims and Westerners might hear a Muslim saying that Jesus was Muslim, or you might even watch videos saying this: Jesus was a Muslim, Moses was a Muslim, or Islam is the oldest religion in the world. But what does that actually mean? Like this saying is true, at least to us Muslims, but from a non-Muslim perspective, that saying can be very confusing. So what does it actually mean? What that word or that expression, what it means is that Jesus was a monotheistic submitter. He was a prophet who submitted only to God, submitted just to God, no one but God. Likewise, Moses, peace be upon him, also was a prophet who submitted just to God. Adam and Noah, they were prophets who submitted only to God. So they were monotheistic submissions. All those people, monotheistic submissions. And that's also what the expression Islam is the oldest religion in the world means. It means that monotheistic submission, submitting to God, the one and only creator of the heavens and the earth, the whole universe, submitting to God and only to God, is the oldest religion in the world. That is what it means. And from this religion came, these offshoots, came all the religions that we have today, including Buddhism and Sikhism and modern Christianity and modern Judaism. All these religions came from monotheistic submission, but they were distorted, like through basically monotheistic submission would be delivered by a prophet, and then through the years, corruption happens. Priests lie, kings get involved, politics get involved in religion, bribes get paid. Politicians and powerful kings and powerful rulers start paying priests and corrupt clergymen bribes to change their religion, to corrupt their religion, and start teaching laymen a new distorted version of the original religion. Why? Because they are kings, because they are corrupt scumbags. Some rulers and politicians and corrupt clergy are just that. They're just corrupt scumbags. So they start spreading all this falsehood, and that's how we have false religions in today's world. Year after year, decade after decade, and century after century, you end up with this abomination of a religion that had its roots in monotheistic submission, but today you would never believe this. Like if I tell anyone, like a normal person or a normal non-Muslim, that Buddhism has its roots in Islam, or has its roots not in today's Islam. It has its roots in monotheistic submission, worship God and only God. 99% of people today, they're not going to believe what I'm saying. If I say Christianity had its roots in monotheistic submission, just one God, no Trinity, no partners, no likeness to God, also people are not going to believe. But that is the truth. It is just that through the years they get corrupted. So now to get back to what I was saying about jinn and demons. So I do have this strong belief and suspicion that that jinn and demons, they're one species, as I said. Demons are just the evil members. They have among them who like members who have this half humanoid, half animal shape, and they take different shapes. It can be canine and feline and what have you. And this is why we have this popular furry culture. The furry culture is basically trying to bring as many humans as possible to find demons appealing, attractive, and even sexy. So this is why they fetishize the furries and sexualize furries and so on, to prepare for that day when the false Messiah, the Masih al-Dajjal, or the Antichrist, to prepare for the days when the Antichrist is going to help demons en masse take physical form in our world. And then when that happens, basically then there can be even more cooperation between demons and those corrupt, disbelieving humans. But yeah, so the part, to summarize what I was saying, the part that is confirmed in Islam is that at least some demons have this half canine, half humanoid, not human, humanoid look. So they look kind of humanoid, but they are created from fire, as I said. And when they take physical form, they can have this half canine, half humanoid form. But are there other demons who have half feline and half humanoid? We don't know in Islam for sure, but that's my suspicion. Because of why? Because of a balance between what I know from Islam and what I know from our modern world today, and this fetishizing and sexualizing of the furry, furry creatures that are being sold to people, to modern humans, as a fiction, as pure fiction. But as I said, I have a strong suspicion that this is not pure fiction. This is insider knowledge. Some humans that in today's world who have what do I mean by insider knowledge? I mean that some humans in today's world are cooperating with demons. They have insider knowledge from demons. So demons basically tell these humans secrets about them, about demons, and maybe even those demons take physical form freely in front of these humans, who, like the humans who prove to be sort of loyal to demons. And then these humans who have insider knowledge, basically they find out that, you know, that demons can look half canine, half humanoid, half feline, half humanoid, and so on. And with this knowledge, they took this knowledge and they started glamorizing this look and fetishizing and sexualizing it. So yeah, there is that. Our world has things that are so unbelievable to most humans today that, you know, that that they would think I'm just talking crazy stuff. But the way we Muslims take it is basically we take it step by step, and it's not about blind belief. The first step that we take is rational. That basically is like we rely on things like intelligent design. We look at the world around us, the complexity of the world, the complexity of creation, and something in us tells us that this complexity cannot have come by, you know, by itself or by coincidence or randomly. There is some sort of order. There's some sort of design. There has to be a blueprint for DNA, for the cell, the factory, the cell that's like a micro factory, for a lot of things, for the universe itself, the planets, the planetary system, the black holes, and how the universe you know, rotates, or like every galaxy has its own central black hole, and the rest of the galaxy basically rotates around this black hole, and then you have like several stars in the galaxy, and around each star planets orbit, and then around each planet sometimes like there are moons that might orbit around some of the planets, and so on. So you see orbits upon orbits upon orbits upon orbits all over the universe, and they don't collide with each other, except like rarely, like in distant galaxies and stuff. But our galaxy is protected from all these collisions that might happen from these complex orbits. And it is insane, you know, to think about like how many orbits there are in the universe. And it is also shocking that we don't see more collisions from these orbits close enough to us to basically eradicate our existence, to eradicate the whole Milky Way. Like if we had like enough collisions in the universe, you know, our own galaxy would have been gone long ago. But we don't have enough collisions to basically eradicate our existence here in the Milky Way, and this by itself is a miracle. And so when you think about all this, you start to see that there must be a designer, you know, behind our world. So this is how, you know, basically you start to believe that there is a creator, there's an intelligent designer behind our universe, and then it has to be one. You know, it cannot be like several deities. It has to be one deity, because if it were several deities, then the world would be in chaos, because they would fight each other and cause destruction, just like we see this happening in fiction about deities, you know, the Roman deities and Greek deities fighting with each other, and X-Men and what's the word, that company, Marvel. Yeah, these Marvel superheroes that like look like deities to us, and they are presented like half deities sometimes, or like deities to us. You see them fighting all the time in movies, because that is the logical thing. That's the only logical thing that would happen if the universe had more than one deity. But like everything around us tells us that there's only one deity, one creator, one God, one Lord. And from there, you start to see that the only religion in today's world that truly promotes this oneness and this belief in all God's messengers who promoted this, or basically, you know, relate this message, is Islam, or that religion that is known as Islam, which means monotheistic submission. That is the only truly monotheistic religion in the world today. So this is how you believe rationally, from an intelligent, rational, logical perspective, that monotheistic submission is the true religion in the world. And from there, you start basically learning. So we've reached the point that monotheistic religion is the truth. What does monotheistic religion teach? Then we start, looking into our religion, and we try to get what it teaches. And as I said, some of the things that our religion teaches are just so unbelievable to the average modern citizen that they can be very shocking and you know, almost like fiction. But it is the truth, and it does not clash with reality. Why? Because there is so much in our real world that we don't know. There's so much that we don't know, and there's so much that we don't understand in the real world. So it is very sort of close-minded and superficial to dismiss some of the things that we hear, some of the miraculous things that we hear from Islamic teachings as, you know, as myth and falsehood without evidence. Like I appreciate that you kind of need evidence to believe certain things. I can appreciate that, but at the same time, you have to also think the other way around, where to completely or emphatically disbelieve in something, we would also need evidence. You know, by the same token. I mean, if you say that I cannot believe in X unless I see, you know, some sort of evidence for it, doesn't have to be scientific proof in that sense, but at least some sort of logical or rational evidence for it, I can appreciate that. But by the same token, or in the same spirit, you shouldn't say I am 100% sure that X doesn't exist or that Y doesn't exist. You know, unless you have scientific proof or you have some sort of rational, logical, convincing evidence that Y doesn't exist. But is the saying that, oh, but nobody has ever seen Y, does that mean that Y doesn't exist? No. I mean, Y could be hiding from everybody. So you cannot be 100% certain that something doesn't exist just because nobody, you know, saw it before. It doesn't work like this. Like, there has to be a real logical, rational proof for the lack of existence of something. Just like, you know, if you enter a room, if you enter a completely empty room, the room doesn't have anything, you know, just it's an empty room. You, in front of you, and in that room, in that closed system, you have at least visible proof that there is no, for example, chair. Like, if the room is completely empty, then you know, okay, the lack of existence has been proven. How? Visually, you can see in this closed system, this room, there is no chair. So you know that, you know, the chair doesn't exist. The chair doesn't exist in this room. But when it comes to our universe, we don't even know where our universe is. We don't know where the end of the universe is. We don't know that. So saying that, for example, God doesn't exist because, you know, nobody has ever seen him, that is one of the most unintelligent, uneducated things that a person can say, because we don't even know where the end of our universe is. So imagine what's outside our universe. Like, we don't know where the boundaries of this universe is. And then you have to understand that when we talk about God, he's the creator. So the creator is not going to be, the creator of a universe like this is not going to be inside the universe. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility, at least when it comes to like how we create a building and then we enter this building. But this is like the example of a building and us entering a building is not the same thing as this universe, as creating a whole universe, especially the universe that we live in. You like when you look at the universe and you understand the size of it, or you imagine at least the size, or you try to imagine the size of it, it becomes, you know, clear to you that the vastness of this universe could not have come from a source that is inside it. The source must be outside it. So yeah, I genuinely believe that, you know, people who don't believe in God because they haven't seen him, they are being very unintelligent about the way they think and the way they conclude things, because as I said, the first reason is that we don't even know where the boundaries of our universe are, and secondly, God must be outside our universe. But, you know, compared to the size of the universe and the complexity of the universe, God must be outside. The source of the universe must be outside it. So, and I don't think we will ever. I don't think humanity, no matter how technologically advanced we will become, we will never be able to exit this level of existence, our universe itself as it is, the chemistry here, the physics here, these rules, we're never going to be able to get out of them. I mean, we're essentially humans, and anything we create is with the material that we find, with the chemistry and the physical laws and everything that we know in our universe. So yeah, this is another reason nobody is ever going to find evidence, scientific evidence for God, because God is outside the universe, which means outside the rules of physics, chemistry, and so on. So yeah, these are like some of my thoughts and my ways of thinking of how to balance rationality and intelligent ways of thinking about evidence and thinking about religion and the existence of God, to balance that with the things that are more fantastical, more more difficult to believe, and also we don't know like rational evidence for them. Like I completely appreciate that we don't have any rational evidence for the existence of, for example, the jinn that I mentioned. Like we know from Islam teaches us that we must believe in the existence of demons and angels and so on. We're required to believe this because we're required to believe in the unseen, because basically Islam is about a test of our ability to humble ourselves, our ability to recognize our limitations, to recognize that we are limited in our vision, limited in our understanding and capacity of cognition. Basically, our cognitive capacity is limited, limited in our understanding, limited in our strength and power, and so on. So recognizing these limitations allows us to humble ourselves enough to say that some of the things that God has told us or has relayed to us through His prophets, and which are a bit more difficult to believe, some of these things might be indeed true, or we should believe in them. Like if we believe that what was relayed to us was relayed accurately, then we should believe in it because it comes from God. And the way we can be at peace with some of the, as I said, some of the more fantastical things that reach us, some of the more difficult to believe things, is that we humble ourselves. We remember that our capacity is very limited on many fronts, on many ways. Our cognitive capacity, our vision, our understanding, our knowledge is very, very, very limited, and so on. Because of these limitations, we have to remind ourselves that these limitations make us very narrow-minded, relatively speaking. I mean, I'm not saying everybody is narrow-minded in that sense, but of course, so like humans have different levels of narrow-mindedness. There are very, very narrow-minded people, but ultimately all humans are narrow-minded. That's what I'm trying to say here. All of us are narrow-minded, but some of us are extremely more narrow-minded than others. But all of us are narrow-minded. Why? Because our capacity is very, very limited, relatively speaking, when compared to the vastness of the universe, when compared to the vastness of God's knowledge, or the limitlessness of God's knowledge. Then we can see how small we are and how limited our capacity is. Yeah, some of these more fantastical, more unbelievable things that reached us about our universe, about the world around us, they might have been there as a test of faith. Not just faith, it's a test of humbleness. Are you, when you hear about these things, are you going to remember that your capacity is limited and your knowledge is limited, and there's so much that you don't know. So that and thus, what does that mean? That means that it is impossible for you to be certain of the falsehood of certain things. Why? Because you are so ignorant about many things in the universe. So how can you rely on your extremely, extremely limited knowledge to derive certainties about the unknown? Because basically knowing that something exists is much easier than knowing for a fact that something doesn't exist. That's my main point here. Like if I enter a room and this room has a table, then I can be certain that yes, a table. Yeah, I entered this room and I can see a table in front of me. I can say, okay, a table exists in this room. But if the room is crowded, imagine that a room is crowded. The room has so many things and it's so messy. Boxes and chairs and a table and several chairs, and there are like rugs and there are shelves and what have you. Okay, and then someone asks you, is there, let's say, a sticky note? Is there a sticky note in this room? If that's not your room, if you don't own this room, and if you haven't lived in this room for like months or something, it would be almost impossible for you to answer, with certainty that person and say, oh no, there is no sticky note. Like this answer is almost impossible for you in these circumstances. But if you can see the sticky note in front of you, it's going to be very easy, and you can say, yes, the sticky note is in this room because you've seen it. But if you haven't seen a sticky note in the room, and the room is that messy, as I said, in this situation, it is impossible for you to intelligently and rationally say with certainty that there is no sticky room. Why? Because you don't know. Like the room is extremely messy. There are so many things in the room. You would have to take a very, very thorough, good look all over the room, in all the shelves and all the drawers, and you have to take off all the sheets and stuff to be 100% certain that a sticky note doesn't exist. So knowing that something exists is much easier than knowing for a fact that something doesn't exist. And that is why I kept saying that, claiming that God doesn't exist because you can't see God, or for any other similar reason is a very unintelligent, uneducated thing to say, because we don't even know the boundaries of our universe. So imagine knowing what's outside the universe, and then by the same token, or in the same spirit, saying with certainty that demons don't exist, or that jinn don't exist, or that these fantastical things that reached us didn't happen, being so certain that those things don't exist or didn't happen, or those almost unbelievable events didn't happen, is by the same token, or in the same spirit, is very unintelligent and very hasty. Why? Because your cognitive capacity is very limited, your knowledge is extremely limited, and you haven't been there, you haven't seen everything in the universe to claim with certainty that certain things don't exist. And the explanation of this statement is in the scenario that I depicted a while ago. That you enter a room, it's much easier to say for certain that there is a table in the room when you can see it. But if there's something small and someone asks you if it doesn't exist, saying with certainty that it doesn't exist, this small sticky note or this small pin, to be certain that it doesn't exist, that is almost impossible without spending months or years in that room, and without knowing that room like inside out, like the back of your hand. So yeah, this is like how basically I think about it, and why I find peace in accepting some of the more fantastical things that reached us in Islamic teachings, or some of those more difficult to believe things that reached us through Islamic teachings.
Knowledge is power, but using it wisely is the key. Where you lead, we will follow.
I know why you are here, small one. Please, help.
Where do I get this crystals? I remember. Didn't I have to go kill something? Oh yeah, of course. So why are they showing me the quest now? I mean, this thing, I think they should only show it when once I have the crystals with me. Sorry, I was trying to organize the windows I'm tracking the chat on, so it's easier for me to see.
Take Senegos. We seek one of the pillars of creation. I know it is here on Azuna.
You speak of the Tide Stone of Galvaneth. It was shattered long ago.
The Tide Stone? Shattered? How?
I do not know, but I know where the pieces lie.
Rest now, Grandfather. You must save your energy.
Don't be so eager to mourn, Starlight. Give me this one last adventure.
Urgent message for Senegos. The Nightfallen have assaulted the Whelplands. These 4 Whelplings need to be treated with ley crystals immediately. I feared we might lose that one. He was so weak when I found him. Pick him up and take him to Senegos. My keepers are overrun. We will require
Another Nightfallen attack. Bring my child to me, young one. Saragossa, do me one last favor. Your younger brothers and sisters need your help.
Of course. Farewell, grandfather.
See you soon, Starlight. Oh, you are a kind small thing.
The Withered. That was the name of this character that I think I'm gonna meet. Yeah, I'm gonna meet him soon. I really like that character.
Can you help my grandfather?
Runas, yep, that's the one. Runas the Shamed. Man, that dude. Definitely, easily one of the most memorable characters in the whole game. in the whole history of the game, and he was very well voiced, at least in my opinion, relatively speaking. You know, definitely one of the better voice acted characters in the game. Very nice. Yeah.
No matter how long we live, it doesn't seem... I overestimated my strength. All of the dragons, even the aspects themselves, have been greatly weakened since the fall of Deathwing.
What in blazes are you doing? Don't you know who I am? Wait. What is that you're holding? Quite an impressive weapon, my friend. Very painful to be hit with. You are beginning to anger me. I'll kill you! I'll rip out your heart! I'll drink the mana from... I surrender! Oh, please, my friend, forgive me. I'm sorry, I'm truly sorry. Feeding on such raw energy... it clouds my judgment. I hope you can see beyond my tattered robes and desperate behavior. I am not a monster. Watch, I shall prove it to you. I am not just a mana-addled freak like the rest of those wretches.
Who is this?
I am called Rumus, son of Indorel, formerly...
Night Foreman. I do not trust you and your kind.
I understand, good dragon. My people have earned your distrust. Allow me to make amends.
learn those secrets that would curdle your blood. I look forward to our continued cooperation. You and I make a great team. Wouldn't you agree? Very good. Off to Zarkana, then. Off to see all my friends and family and loved ones. To kill them, of course, for harming your dragon. Bunch of mana addicts, that lot. Not me, though. My discipline is iron. Oh, mana crystal, just a moment. So, why are you here, Inazuna friend? Just visiting your, what?
Does this one ever stop talking?
The Nightborn are not what they seem. Do let me know if you find more sources of mana.
Interloper! You're here to steal my mana, aren't you? Here then, have a taste! Ishkanet, you fool! You've spilled your blood, and you've spilled my mana! Picking off my lieutenants? I suppose you think you're clever.
finally. I had some issues with the control. Well, it's not the control. It's the caps lock. So yeah, I don't use the caps lock for anything. So I changed it, and it's closer to my pinky than the default control key. So I changed my my caps lock to control, but it wasn't working. So I figured out why. I had it on right control and it should be left control.
Elisand will pay for banishing us. You and I make a great team. Wouldn't you agree? Do let me know if you find more sources of mana.
I do not trust Nightfallen. It seems we have little choice.
I only want to help, good dragon.
Use the Whelplings then. But if you deceive me, prepare to face the wrath of a dragonflight.
I was once a noble elf, good dragon. I know the meaning of honor.
Did that dragon send you, interloper? Or was it that beggar, Runus? No matter. Soon you will all kneel before Azuna's new prince! Wait! What are you doing? My siphons! You low-born dirt! You don't know who you're dealing with!
Why is it not working here? Bizarre. Apparently I have to do it, but I don't get it. Seriously now? Finally.
What's this? Have the peasants come to grovel before their prince? You rats aren't fit to touch the hem of my robe! Yes, forget the ley lines, brothers. We shall feast on the dragons in...
There's something weird happening with the game. A lot of I noticed a lot of voice lines are being cut off prematurely. I don't know what's causing this though.
I fear that Grandfather doesn't have much time left. Those strangers are visitors after so much time. Until we meet again, my friend. I'm glad you're here. I can tell you'll help.
Look! They're headed for Grandfather's pool! It's not too late. We'll just jump the mountains to cut them off and... No. No! They're everywhere! Hang on. We're going in low.
Azuna was once the center of magic research. Until we meet again, my friend. No matter how long we live, it doesn't seem long enough.
There is much we can learn here. Come back in one piece. will find a way through this. Be vigilant, friend.
Can you help my grandfather? I'm glad you're here. I can tell you help. How strange it is to have visitors after so much time.
Oh, that's when. Oh man, Runas, no, Runas.
I will retake my rightful place. You and I make a great team. Wouldn't you agree? This hunger is consuming my very mind. It is taking every ounce of my energy to just... Can you hear me, my friend? I cannot see you anymore. I think... perhaps it is time to say goodbye, then. Thank you, my friend. For letting my last few hours mean something.
Yes, yes! Surrender your power, dragon. These pools belong to the Nightborn now.
Help me, small one.
goes there? Keep your hands and weapons where I can see them.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend. Farewell. Listening. A shot fell out. Be careful. May the stars guide you.
I will escort you to Prince Ferondis, if that is what you truly wish.
Ishnu Allah. Be careful.
Yes? Don't blindly trust in anyone, especially your leaders.
Elun Adore. May the stars guide you.
What brings you here? Farewell. Greetings. Go in peace. Feel free to browse. Careful.
Yeah, I just noticed that I probably have to level up go and buy the upgrades for this, for these heirlooms. I'm not sure how much the. My God, it's a lot of upgrades. I'm guessing it's gonna cost a fortune to upgrade all these things. A small fortune, or maybe a big fortune. Yeah, it's gonna definitely make my combat a little bit more effective, at least to do that. So. But I don't know. I wonder if this is like the level appropriate. Because I mean, I started wondering when I saw this 184 here. There's also 182 and it's blue. This is very concerning. I mean, yeah. What's this? Epic? I don't know. Epic quality or whatever it is. This purple. This might be higher than heirlooms, but a blue cannot. Yeah, I think the heirlooms are supposed to be blue level. So one item level 182 is very concerning. I think it means that my heirlooms stopped leveling. Because I shouldn't be looting anything blue that's higher than my heirlooms if they are like at cap, up level cap. Yeah, I gotta just to make any combat a little. I mean, so far I haven't seen anything like too difficult, but you know, to save even more time, I should check out the prices at least. Man, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I don't have a high level mage on this server. Quite surprised. I thought I had high level mages everywhere.
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
Where are the portal trainers? I thought they would be here. Like literally.
Arcanon Poros, seek the path of the light.
They used to be right here, near the portals. Strange. Wait a minute, is it like they changed it or something? Now you learn them there's no way you learn them automatically, because I think you get Iron Forge, yeah. Like, at least I thought we get Iron Forge quite early. I should have Iron Forge at level 35, I think. Strange. This is strange. Wait, maybe they are outside? This realm isn't exactly very talkative. Everyone's busy selling and raiding.
King's honor, friend.
I think there was. I think it's like if I go to, I don't know if the portal is there, but you could go to Boralos and then from there.
The Isles welcome you.
There's like a portal to Ironforge, but yeah, I can't enter. Oh man, I don't know why I didn't level my mage on this round. I'm too ignorant and out of date to figure out how to get the We get the teleport. Why change these things? I just don't understand, man.
Need help? Farewell.
Light be with you. For the Alliance. Need help? Light bless you. What can I do for you? Be careful.
Pleased to meet you. Off and away. You have a great day now. Right. Daylight's burning. Interesting. Be seeing you.
I'll just look it up. I'll try to find something on WoW or wherever. They say the first result says the portal trainer should be next to the mage trainer in Old Town. But like next to him was a warlock trainer. Here, Warlock trainer. I looked. Oh my god, man. I don't understand why Blizzard changes things and doesn't like really put in game, like they think everybody reads patch notes or something. Freaking hell, man. Why not just put like an NPC that I can ask, like the guard, you know, portal, give him like portal trainers, like show the option for mages. Oh my god, Blizzard, this is just freaking trolling, man, I swear. Apparently someone, like a far away comment says, yeah, here it is. Oh my god, Blizzard, you are trolling. I swear, man, this company is trolling. Freaking hell. Is this like for real? Like we have to get on Reddit and stuff to find these things? This shouldn't like be how a company designs games, you know. Relying on, I mean, it's just off-putting and like completely takes away the immersion in the world. And
may the light embrace you.
My god. So like the a whole post also in Reddit, and the only right answer is like one comment deep. Like you have to read the whole discussion to find the comment that says that they moved her up, like that first of all the trainer is indeed in this building with the mage trainer, but yeah, I mean they had her, like apparently the trainer had her downstairs near the mage trainer, and then they sent her up, hiding her here. Freaking hell, man. Why? I mean, why put the monk trainer and the portal trainer here? They don't have anything to do with each other. Ah,
good fortune. Do not lose faith.
You got my attention.
Yeah, it's kind of a small fortune. Well, small is relative, of course, here. But it's basically 5,000 times maybe 10, so 50,000. Freaking hell, man. 50,000 gold plus 1 for the weapon. Yeah, 57,000, yeah, about 60,000. That's just for one class, leather wearing class. So if I ever want to do it again, it's gonna be like similar amount for plate, and then similar amount for cloth. Well, maybe maybe a little bit less, because of course I'm counting trinkets or rings now, and necklace. I mean, hopefully I can get some classes to share at least the jewelry and the trinkets, but yeah, I don't have enough on this character at least. Well, I'll have to do this, yeah, like basically send gold himself and stuff. Later.
See you soon.
It's a good chance for me anyway to wrap it up for tonight, and hopefully, God willing, tomorrow I continue. Thank you very much, guys, for those who stayed around with me till now. I appreciate you, even if you're lurking and just watching silently. I still appreciate the views, of course. Appreciate your time, sharing your time with me. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow for another stream. Until then, stay safe, rational, intelligent, question almost everything. And please remember our Palestinian brothers and sisters in your prayers and good wishes, especially our brothers and sisters in Gaza. I really hope that we'll hear about a decisive ceasefire very, very soon. Thank you. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.